Quinn?
Well, it was certainly not the prettiest first two periods. That we were lethargic and really weren't sharp. I thought that we were too easy to defend, especially in the offensive zone. I thought that anytime we had it, they just took it away from us. And, fortunate to be tied 1-1 after two, and then I thought we really upped the ante in the second and third period. I thought we played a lot more passion. I thought we played with a physical side to our game that we didn't play in the first two periods. And obviously, I thought once we got one, I thought we started making plays and looked more comfortable in the puck and doing the things that we're capable of doing. So I don't want to be the grouchy coach after a 4-1 win and not be happy, but we know we're going to have to be better tomorrow night if we're going to have a chance to win.
As you mentioned that first goal kind of sparking things a little bit, just more thoughts, I guess, on what Clayton's goal really did, because it seemed like frustration was settling in a little bit. You'd see a guy like Charlie took a few shots and you can see him throw his arms down and like nothing's going, and then just seemed to spiral out from there.
Yeah, well, once one goes in, I think the whole team starts to feel good, and things you loosen up a little bit, you're not pressing as much, and maybe you start playing with a little bit more passion and enthusiasm, which I think we had a lot of the first 40 minutes. And, so you get the first one, and still, I think we played great towards the end of the second. And our power play certainly was inept, I thought, early. And third period was a whole different story for in a lot of ways. I thought we skated more, we passed the puck better. I thought there was just a lot more to like about our third period than the first two periods.
Definitely the most off the teams looked for in a while in terms of guys just couldn't complete passes and just not a pretty game to watch for a while. Is it maybe a little letdown after the big series against BC, or anticipation of a lot of the travel this weekend, or what do you think?
I would think when you play a rivalry series like we did with BC, I think you might expect that, but I thought our second was a lot worse than our first. I mean, the first looked, we were okay in the first. I thought we were bad in the second, but I think that can play a part in it. I think historically, if you look at the series with us and BC, probably the next night, both teams are a little, there might be a dip in our play, but, I'm just glad we rebounded after 40, didn't have to wait till tomorrow night to try to pick up where we left off Monday night.
You moved Pat Curry up to that top line tonight. What was behind that decision? What would you like in the new lines?
I just like the balance of our lines. I thought that Pat played really well. I thought, we just want to mix things up a little bit. I think Kiefer had a good night. I thought that line was good. Kiefer, Shabbat, and Kelly. And, I thought the third line was really good. The third period, it scored a great goal. Almost got another one after it. So I just thought there was a little bit more balance to our lines.
Do you think maybe that lack of chemistry or not use of those players on the line was part of why you guys stumbled in the beginning?
No, they look good in practice. And I just think overall it was just not. We just weren't sharp. We just didn't. We weren't fully in the moment, and it showed.
Will you keep those lines going into tomorrow?
I don't know yet. Probably. I haven't really thought much about that.
So you mentioned earlier with the power play sort of struggling a little bit at the beginning. Maybe what was missing from that formula of trying to be a little too cute with the puck, maybe? Or
Pace. There was no pace to our game. There was no pace. It was get it, lethargically move, stick handle, letting them set up, pass it, hold it. There was just no oomph to our power play. No pace. I thought in the third we had more pace to our power play.
Tonight's the start of five games in 9 days. Have you given any thought to whether or not you'll give Jake a night off tomorrow night or in the near future?
I have absolutely given that some thought.
You think it'll be harder tomorrow night?
I don't know. It's a good question. We'll see.
Speaking of Jake, he had a couple. The main coach talked a little bit about breakaways and some odd man rushes and stuff when you guys were still kind of getting your legs underneath you and figuring it out. Just talk a little bit about what that means to not necessarily know, that he's going to make the save, but be confident in the guy you got back there when things break down like that.
Well, you look at the shots and you think, oh, your goalie didn't do much. He made some huge saves. I mean, right off the bat, first 15 seconds it's a 2-on-1, and he makes a big save, and we give up a breakaway and another 2-on-1, and he's a great goalie. He's a great goalie. I feel bad because the goal they scored, we actually did a great job killing the penalty. And they hit Roberto, and it just was like a Super Bowl bounce into the net. You know, he did a good job killing. I thought our kill was very good tonight, but I felt bad that he, unfortunately gave up on it. But he's, like I said, you look at those shots, and I think you may be deceived on exactly what impact he had on the game.
What about the goal that was waved off? What was kind of the reaction and the message after that?
I saw it. I thought that the whistle was blown too early, but nothing we can do about it. He blew it. I mean, I didn't have possession, so.
I know it's early, but when you outshoot a team 41 to 14 after, I mean, it's tough to maybe feel a little deflated, but it just kind of seems like there weren't really, it wasn't, I guess, the most inspiring win. I medo you think the guys are going to be able to kind of turn the page tomorrow night, so?
I think they want to build on what happened in the third period. I think that, this league, I don't want to be disrespectful to Maine. I mean, we won 4-1 and got 2 valuable Hockey East points against a good team. And like I said, I guess I'm being a nitpicker, and there were things I liked about the first 2 periods, but we're always comparing ourselves to ourselves and what our abilities are, and I thought that we were off. And you're gonna make mistakes, but they better not be because of laziness or casualness. And I thought that was part of the reason we struggled in the first 2 periods, which is unacceptable.
Clunan made a really nice pass for that last goal.
Yeah.
He skates like the wind, but he's really been snake bit all year.
Yeah.
So is this something that might get him off the schneid?
I'm hoping, because he's had a good year, and you look at his statistics and you're like, he's only 2 points, but he's a good player, and I'm glad he got rewarded statistically. All these guys want to get rewarded statistically, and he's a good player. He's a really good player. He jumps out at you. You come and watch us play, he jumps out at you. I like his game. He's doing a lot of good things, and again, I think if he gets hot and gets rewarded moving forward, we're a lot deeper team.
You mentioned the statement, Greenway gets his first goal. I think it was 6 or 7 games, and hasn't got any goals since the game at UConn. What do you think that could do for his confidence?
Well, he skated the third, and he gets a goal. I mean, he has such a great set of hands, and he's got great hockey sense. He overthinks it too much, and he wants to be a playmaker, and he wants to set the assist record. I mean, he's got a great shot, as you saw, and when he just goes out there and plays hockey and doesn't think to himself, I'm going to just make plays, just go play hockey. And he'll make plenty of plays, really nice passes, but he'll score more goals if he just plays hockey. And too often he thinks himself into a corner because he wants to make saucer passes and backdoor plays and things of that nature, which he can do because he's got a great stick and a great set of hands and a great vision. But I'd like him to score some goals, And that was a great shot. He came out of the corner, moving his feet, and off the bar and in. He can do that.
Thanks, Coach.
All righty. How are we doing?